Hello everyone, Eric Watson here, freelance writer, player of games, writer of words, recorder of videos, and demon slaying adventurer of Golarion. Welcome to my Let's Play series where I live stream video games, currently twice a week on Mondays and Wednesdays. This is episode number 17 of my Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Live Play series. Game code has been provided by Home Run PR. If you enjoy these videos and streams, consider supporting me via patreon.com/roguewatson. Apologies for the very late start. I had some... it's my fault. I tried to skimp out on the nightly reading of the story to the older child, and she gave me the puppy dog eyes and the please daddy, and it was a offer I could not refuse. And unfortunately it was a long chapter. So priorities, I am aware of them. Who's gonna remember that, though? The real memories are the ones we're making with video games, am I right? No? Alright. But anyway. We are playing more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. And we had just learned that one of our party members is actually a fox person, which is not something I saw coming at all.
Are we ready to move out?
And I admit, it does make her a little more interesting, I guess. Really changed her. Okay, 4 statues pose the riddles to Neo and the commander. Solving the riddle allowed to meet the owner of the mysterious voice. Seems to know the answers to all the questions of the universe. This mysterious stranger may be dangerous, but Nenio is willing to take the risk. Doubtful that the answers to the riddles can be found. It is doubtful the answers to these riddles can be found anywhere near the Nameless Ruins. Great. This is a long-term quest we're looking at. Interact with these other statues. Touch the statue. I am the void and the emptiness. I am the starting point. I am infinite. Tear my mask off. Let it fall at my feet. I am the impetus to act. I am a reason for torture and a cause for insomnia. Mask off, let it fall at my feet. They're all looking for an item. Which, if it's like the other quest, it only even accepts the right kind. It's not like it's giving my entire inventory, which is nice. That's always the bullshit part of those old adventure games, right? Where it's all inventory based, and at some point you get confused as a puzzle. It's just like, fuck it, you know, use paperclip on desk, use fire extinguisher on desk. You just end up using like every single item you have on the thing, just brute force it. That's not very fun. I am the end of the road, Galvatron. I am superiority. I am loneliness. This is some fucking edgelord lyrics. That one's broken. Yeah, I still have the inscription. I am the unknown. I scare cowards, but reveal my secrets to the brave. These all feel like they're concepts rather than actual items. Scare cowards, but reveal my secrets to the brave. Sure, it's something clever. Alright, well, thankfully the quest did mention the fact that I'm unlikely to find the answers here. Oh, you can just click on them there. Inexplicable sand. To explicit. Guys, you can't actually talk to them. Well, how confusing. I guess maybe we just eventually... I can't talk to my companions except at the base. I just have to huff it out of here then. Don't think we can do anything else here. I guess I'll be on the lookout for answers to those riddles. Objects I'm finding? I mean, they've got it put into my inventory, so I'm giving them an item. And then there was this thing, which I had no idea what this is about. You can click on them and turn them from gray to blue. No indication of any kind of puzzle here. Moving on. And we'll have to come back here to solve those puzzles, presumably. When there's not a quick transition from on there. Back to the terribly winding road. That's true. I mean, hopefully somebody would pipe up, because I would have no idea. Unless it was a specific... If they mark it as like a notable item in some way, then... It was like, looked like a tablet, like a rune glyph or something that would mark it as being something you could slot into a magic statue, then maybe that would be the case. Alright, so I think we're heading down to... Oh, we have to do our army down here first, don't we? To get rid of that keep. Gargoyles. Let's see, do we have... Have no movement. Rats. Do I just make camp then? Sitting up here, but I don't see a road over there. See if at some point... Okay, stop. Next day? Okay, next day. Now we have to follow the party's footprints. Path. What happened? What's going on? Oh. Is there a I didn't even see a fight there. Okay. W. A drinking game out of that. How often is Eric gonna hit W on the fucking thing? How many times? What are these whites and zombies? Okay. Me. Guys. Oh, that ice grenade. Weight doesn't matter too much, especially when it's the archers. I'm gonna wait this out. Let you come to me. I've played tactics games before. I possess the superior speed. Assume you're any evil unit. What? Attacking that. 17. Fun. Force you to attack me though. Oh, this could take forever. Don't seem to do nearly enough damage. Yeah, we did. Although, we're pretty strong. Zombies or not. It's not that I'm already looking at ways to like speed up the combat animation here. I think there is a way to do that. What I like about this fight is it's just the conclusion is foregone, but I have to go through the motions. Sheer numbers are on my side. Pick up a billion turns. Ooh. Whack, 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 whack. I'll throw a heal your way. Oh dear, what is all this? Innovative attack times 6. It applies a -1 penalty to all ability scores, attack, AC, and saving throws, and a -5% penalty to maximum HP. This is a death effect. Good God. AC of 3. That is a horrible fucking debuff. Jesus. Look at that, he's doing 0 to 10 damage now. My 88 stack of footmen. Because they do no damage. Oh my god, that's terrible. 0 damage. I didn't know they were doing that. I guess it was the whites that debuff that apparently just kept stacking to horrifying levels. Oh no, I need to back them off. They're just useless. Look at them just killed. Fuck, that sucks. Run, you 90 footmen. Can't take even longer. Uh-oh. Low morale. How come others have like good morale? Oh no. Okay, these just because you're 90 footmen next to you, I had to run away. No reason to think any cause for concern here. Archers are back there doing work. It's the only ones I've got doing anything. Back here, Cleric Team B. Brothers and sisters need you. These guys don't have that same debuff, and yet they're doing 0 fucking damage to the zombies. Turn 96. And yet the enemy doesn't do that much damage either. It's just the worst case scenario of everybody just soaking up each other's hit points. Damn it. That fucking cleric heard me. No, sir, I cannot anymore. The defense animation is hilarious. Wow, wow, wow. That's weird. The turns do go up every single time it's a person's turn, but still, that's a lot of turns. My god. And it makes no difference. That entire fight. Because of all the healing I've got. Maybe it's the general and maybe it's my units, but like... so weird. I have like plenty of healing and I get all these units back, so... I think it was like a wash. Get a magic heavy crossbow out of it. Whatever that's worth. Crossbow of Judgment. +2 heavy crossbows, a critical range reduced to 20. What? It still says 19 to 20. Whenever it threatens a critical hit against an evil or chaotic creature, is automatically confirmed. Okay, so you're gonna crit a lot more against evil. That's sounds great for people that use crossbows. Alright, seriously, can I go to my options and speed that shit up though? Anything about... Let's just... What's it do with that mode is? Make it faster though. Can't change anything else. Alright, sally forth. Make it to the Gargoyles. Stone by day, warriors by night. Jeez, it's a giant gargoyle general. Just one big ass stack. Well, fuck, my archers can't even kill one on their attack. This is not gonna be pretty. Hey, it can. I only have one of those. Alright, everybody just protect the archers. That's a fucking job right now. I'm gonna take some losses on this fight, I can already tell. You guys consider evil? Gargoyles. Let's have an alignment. Chaotic evil. Alright. We'll smite you. 0 to 6 damage for these awesome, awesome shield bearers. Apparently 15 is just not enough shield bearers, is what I've learned. I do think he can fly, so I can't actually... I don't think their AI is smart enough to actually play the tactical game that they're trying to do here. Let's see if he goes for the archers. He does not. Okay. That would be the smart play. And he's flying, so he can just fucking hop back there if he wants to. But he won't. Are they actually vulnerable to... damage reduction 3, except nothing. Slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning. C, E3. Was that how it calculates the damage? It includes AC with that? Once again, it's just gonna be a fucking slog. I can take out 1 or 2 a turn. And he still only has the 1 stack, so it's gonna take fucking forever. I hate to keep complaining about this, but this is such a neat idea. But did they actually balance this to make it interesting? Or not so much. Good point. I should try to flank him. Unfortunately, this is actually counts as like blockable terrain here, so I can't get back there. I'm afraid if I back off, I will expose my... The only strategy I have is that I did notice it does do the heroes thing where if an enemy unit is adjacent to your archer, that prevents your archer from shooting. And if it's like the heroes games, then your archer can't do much because their melee attack's not as good. Kind of attacks the nearest unit. I guess I could go up here and see if that flanks. See, it doesn't look like the damage is changing. Got high morale when dealing with gargoyles. You might as well just not do anything, shield bearers. Your damage is so fucking terrible. Theirs is much better, honestly. 8 to 69 is a pretty big range. Can we get to another 100 turns? World wants to know. They do seem very awful. I don't know what the... You know, the bad thing is nobody has any abilities except for the clerics, which makes the clerics instantly really cool, right? They can heal each other, they can heal others. Shield bearers have a lot of hit points, I guess. So they have 161 hit points versus the 35, presumably per footman. But they do not deal the... Their damage is actually worse than footmen, and only have 15 of them. So supposedly they're super tanky, but there's no like tanking ability, there's no like taunt ability, so I can't, as far as I'm aware, force the gargoyles to attack them. Let me try to move up to this spot, see what happens. How dumb the AI is. Oh, I'm still attacking the clerics up there. And if there's no tanking ability, then, you know, I'm just kind of at the mercy of whatever unit the AI picks. Unless there was a specific choke point or something. Attack me, says the shield bearers. Not gonna happen, says the gargoyles. I mean, the fact that clerics outdamage them is pretty sad, though. With half their numbers. And so we could get morale, extra morale on. And like the enemy, like general doesn't have any, you know, spells or things like I do. Like they just made it as boring as possible. Like, how does this make it through playtesting where they're like on turn 100 and they're like, I don't know, maybe we should give player something more to do? Kind of swinging our weapons. Every enemy's a bit of a meat shield. Oops, I didn't mean to move. Shit. Don't go after my archers, please. Thank goodness, the AI is that dumb. That's also doesn't help. There's all this just blood splatter here too. My god, I don't even think we're halfway through this fight yet, y'all. We're on turn 100. How many gargoyles we started with? Like 27? I have so much healing. I think I can kill like one around. Also no being hit animation. It's just blood splatter, you know? That annoys me. Even the old Heroes games had being struck animations. It really just stands there and blood just keeps getting more and more crazy around it. And it gets cleaned up every once in a while. At least on his actual model. We're almost halfway through. Jesus. Oh my goodness. Keep it up, folks. I mean, I don't mind that they did this mode. I think it's a pretty cool idea. It really speaks to the fact that, oh, there's actually armies marching on the field, and I think using the classic King's Bounty / Heroes of Might and Magic series games, which I love, is a cool idea. But it's horrifically balanced. The fact that most of these fights are a foregone conclusion from the start, based on simple numbers. But it still takes fucking forever. Because everybody has just, I don't know, huge amounts of defenses or hit points and not much attack. There's an auto battle option. Where is that? Does it play fairly? Does it... I just want to speed up options somewhere. About to be on round 26. I mean, this is not engaging at all. Like, I'm just literally, every unit is just auto-attacking. It's kind of an exercise in how not to do this kind of game. Which is unfortunate, because I wish there were a lot more of these games. I love this genre a lot. Like, the only outcome is I'm going to have spent some mana. After all this time spent in this fight, I'm going to get all my units back. See, the only difference is I'll be out, like, a couple mana points. Well, that sucks that I don't usually auto-combat on games, but damn. This one is looking like it's gonna break me of that though. So I can't auto-combat once I'm actually in combat, I guess. Turn 178. Round 30. It's how long it takes, which is bullshit. 91 footmen, 64 archers, 16 clerics, and 5 footmen to kill 20-some gargoyles. Because only have them in certain, because 91 of them only count as one attack. Weird. Yes, I did. I never finished any of them. I would play any game that looked anything like, you know, Final Fantasy Tactics and the Heroes games and all, anything that was a tactical strategy RPG. I was all over that shit, and some of them I liked more than others. Overbattle, I don't recall ever finishing those games, but I do remember playing them. Wasn't there one on like Super Nintendo, I think? Yeah, Dreamcast. And at this point I have mixed feelings about Fire Emblem. I liked that series a lot. And then the 3DS games I really liked. I would like Fire Emblem games before they were cool. But the last like 2 I wasn't big on. In fact, the Switch one kind of annoyed me. I did finish that game though. Fire Emblem Three Houses might have been one of the most frustrating games that I still finished. Like, I put 60-some hours in that game, and it was not among my top 10 of the year, which is bizarre to say. Yeah, I think they made a couple of those. Hell, there was a game I streamed. It was an indie game that was very Final Fantasy Tactics-like that I streamed, which I never did finish. It was the game I was playing before I played my Baldur's Gate 3 run in early access, called Fae Tactics, I think. And I really liked that game, but it was too fucking long. I got to like 30 or 40 hours, and for the amount of like enemy variety it had and systems and stuff going on, it was did not have enough content to last that long. A lot of indie games do that, which rubs me the wrong way. People are so obsessed with games having to be a certain amount of hourly length, it gets absolutely ridiculous. Like RPG, I hate it when RPGs like, there's 100 hours of content here. Like, why? We don't need that. Unless you're literally like Skyrim or something, and your whole, or Breath of the Wild, and your whole thing is like an open world, you know, go whatever you want and do whatever, then that's great. You can have all the hours you want. A lot of JRPGs are way too fucking long. And see, now I'm just ranting about all kinds of video games because I'm just not engaged in what I'm doing whatsoever. May have to drop a heal on these other clerics. How exciting. You know, I think I'm going to get them back anyway. Can I actually heal you from here? And ah, that's an exciting thing to happen in like 30 rounds. Heal diagonally. Approaching round 41. Please let this end. I want it to end so badly. Whoever thought this was a good idea. Not properly balance things out. King's Bounty games. I didn't play the latest one that came out this year. Heard mixed things about it, but the ones that came out like 10 or 15 years ago were pretty solid games. And those games were cool because every unit had like shit they could do, like hotbars. And you could really mix and match to your heart's content, like what units you had. Oh, I misclicked. Somebody ran up there. How exciting. Doesn't matter. Yeah, they do like a little spin thing with their mace. times. Maybe that's when they crit or something. I don't know why I did that one time. Maybe that was a crit. Oh, it's almost gonna happen. I can taste it. Taste this victory. Please, somebody kill this last fucking gargoyle. Oh, thank God. That was awful. 2 of those in a row that were kind of awful. That one was... Why? Alright, tell me where I can turn those off, because I am done. Fucking done with that. Oh, is this on the main menu as the gear? Oh, wait, maybe it's up here. Run the tactical combats automatically. Fucking on. Done with you. Tactical combats, you have broken me. Maybe some cool ones coming up, and I would not know. I'm hoping it doesn't fuck me over, because I know some auto combats are better than others. I guess we can test that. Let's quick save. Go and fight these guys. That's a lot of fucking losses. Jesus. Oh, it does give you a chance to fight the battle. God damn it. Fuck. I lose half my archers and half my footmen. I think I lost half of everything. You know what? Fuck it. I accept. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to do it anymore. Alright, this one looks bad. 500 skeletons. I think we're backing off on that one. Maybe I'm not supposed to go that way. I mean, Dresden's up here. Maybe I should be going towards Dresden. How big is the act? Am I supposed to be going to Dresden? Or am I supposed to be, like, expanding along this entire area first? All pertinent questions. Maybe I should not try to go this way and instead go... It'll get easier up here, maybe. Did level up, though. Choose ability, Bane. Penalty to attack for 3 rounds. I have no idea how that translates into this mode, though. 3 points of damage reduction for 3 rounds. Well, 3 rounds doesn't sound great when it lasts for 40 rounds. Same thing with this one. +1 bonus to attack for 3 rounds. I also get Pit Trap. Let's just go. I need to recruit units. Or wait a minute. I thought you said you lost... Did I read that wrong? I thought it looked like I lost all my units, and I've got all my units back. So, I guess... Never mind. How many archers can I put in a stack? Get you to just meet up over here. Alright, back to the actual game. Fortunately, I am fatigued now, so I think we need to rest. And we'll go on to our reliable out.
Final check. Knee pads in place. Pillow in case of spontaneous collapse in
You know what's
place.
weird?
Chronometer in place and...
So you could have Nenio.
I hereby commence the experiment.
Never go to the
Today we will
Nameless
learn if
Ruins.
members of my race are capable of sleeping standing up.
And thus would she never turn into a fox or be revealed to be a fox. You could play the whole game with her as a human-looking person. Fail to weaken the impact of corruption. Interesting thought. Alright, we're gonna go help the Hell Knights. Enemy of my enemy. Yes. Hell Knight sounds like a biker gang to me. Fox. Satchel of loot. No, a satchel of loot. What? Oh. Wait, yeah. Mountain, you see a raided camp and two groups of warriors, one wearing white and yellow armor, the other in black. Led by a tall man in white priest's robes. Some of the warriors glance around fretfully, their weapons shaking in their hands. You hear the screams of gargoyles from above. The beasts are approaching the camp.
Quickly, evacuate the wounded. The beasts are about to strike again. Use cloaks as stretchers. We've got to make it through. Paralictor, your people will have to cover us while...
2 more minutes left out in the open, and neither you nor I will have any troops left to order about, Crusader.
But the wounded...
Okay.
Retreat to shelter.
Old Paralictor makes a barely noticeable gesture and the swords of his troops execute the wounded. Okay. Yeah, they were probably fucked. Hell Knights are just horrendously pragmatic.
Time to rob them of their
No, I need to
treasures.
loot this loot, you bastards. Won't you let me loot my loot? Alright, Gargoyles, I fought you in the big map. How big are you on this one? Level 5, 30 hit points, AC of 15. Damage reduction 10, except for magic. So that means magical weapons as well.
Cover me, all right?
It's 3 different attacks at +7. Pretty good at reflex saves, which makes sense. 15's not that bad. 30 hit points is not either. So Grease probably not much good, because you guys are not super good on that one. You know what? It's not gonna be a bad time to cast some buffs. Because we're probably gonna be fighting for a hot second here. I don't even want you to be out in front, Woljif. Let's just wait. Stampy tank the do his tankiness. Tank the tank.
Cover me.
Hell yeah. Almost. Are you guys immune to mind affecting abilities? You're sure not, so I can make you pass out.
Surrender or else.
Fucking +4 will save and you got it, you asshole. Alright, Stampy, you're not there to hit. You're there to tank. Be discouraged. can change shape.
You should have listened to reason.
Crit does 4 damage. Cantrips. Tanky Triceratops. He is so tanky. Plus spell. Oops, I mean to do that for you. Well.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Yeah, can you get it there, can you? Fortunately. Actually blocked the path. Can we get a scare then?
No.
Alright, 3 or 4 of them failed.
Stab their backs.
If you wanted to hit one of them, Stampy, you could. I'm just throwing that out there. Afraid. So afraid. Girls have a lot of movement. So, I suspect this game is a lot like a lot of these other CRPGs in which they can't actually do flying, which sucks. I was hoping one of these games would be able to do that appropriately, but it doesn't seem like you can actually do that with a lot of units. I think Celesta was the same way. I don't think they actually had. No, Celesta did have flying. That's right, they had like that cell system. Celesta definitely had flying. They didn't have like the dragonfly, I don't think, but they certainly had flying enemies. I don't think I've seen flying enemies in this game yet. Charge? 47 Woolgifs here.
I'll loot your corpse.
Too late for apologies.
I'll remove this obstacle.
Alright, Fear's pretty solid there. Oh, Fear's pretty nice when they trigger all the attacks of opportunity also.
Out of my sight!
Damn it, Seal, I need you to be a little faster.
Distract them for me. Huh?
He's way the fuck over there. Reach him. Come to me, you bastard. Shit, he's just moving off screen. Can I, like, end combat at this point, or do I have to wait? Guess I could put everybody in real-time mode. Back. There.
Time to share your treasures!
My team slowly marches down there. There we go. Till Aloy got in range of.
Let's have some fun!
They'll put it in turn-based mode, even though there's only a couple of gargoyles. We already knocked one down. Ooh, a fiendish gargoyle hunter is slightly better than a normal gargoyle.
You're irrelevant. You should have listened to reason.
cover me, all right?
Okay, Mirror Image did some work there.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Overcast what in the spell?
I'll hit you!
Yes, I have since learned all spellcasters can dismiss their own spells. I just totally missed that before.
You won't stop us.
Your death awaits.
These guys are all slightly more powerful. Right.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Nice.
Surrender, or else!
Even a crit only did 9 damage. That's not too bad at all.
I will see to your demise.
Tell him, Darren, with your big scary voice.
The light, take you!
Why is she getting damage reduction? Can I have a magic weapon, or is it really just magic?
I'll remove this obstacle.
Distract them from me.
He's not getting damage reduction.
Too late for apologies!
What's the difference between the two of them? Seal as your weapon not good enough? Longsword of Right is cold iron and enhancement +1. That could be good enough. Boost. Respect for the paladin.
Time to share your treasures.
Fortunately, gargoyles don't seem to carry treasure.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
In the party, please. For you is at once macabre and picturesque. A lifeless couple, a man and woman dressed in white and yellow priest robes, lie on the ground surrounded by the bodies of dead gargoyles. Entangled in death, the claws of the monsters are tearing at the human's clothes. The largest gargoyle's talon has pierced the man's chest and punctured his heart. Where they died, he or his companion defeated the enemy. Suddenly the woman opens her eyes. She doesn't look at you, but stares up at the world moon's horrific red and black sky. The sun will never rise again, and the sky here is cursed, and we along with it. Yekker, walking in the front, steps over the man's body without looking, but turns around at the sound of the woman's voice. Mendivian faithful break too easily. Though if all the Mendivian devotees broke easily, I would be much happier. Unfortunately, most of them have good health, unconquerable will, and a never-ending desire to moralize. Darren is jeering, but looks at the wounded woman with hesitation. She's not just wounded. I can see the signs of severe exhaustion. Wonder what happened here. All people are easily broken. The knights in pale armor help each other through the horror. But the knights in black only break each other and everyone around them. I would definitely try to heal her. What to do with a weak gesture? Expend your efforts on someone who can be helped. Leave me. Crusade is over. Priestess of Ardent Serenray from the Order of the Sunrise Sword. Next to me is Asha Stagar, the head of our order. Led our forces on raids to the Worldwound many times, but this campaign, gargoyles attacked a few nights ago. A vast number. We've never seen anything like it. Ashas organized our resistance with great skill. While the monsters were distracting our fighters, a small group of them raided the camp and took our supplies. We were left without food and water in the middle of the Worldwound. It's nearly impossible to find provisions. Shared the last crumbs of our supplies and set off back the way we came. Everyone was suffering from hunger and thirst. We grew weak and could barely fight back when the gargoyles struck a second time. He snatched many of us away. Saw the pain on Ash's face as he counted the losses. He managed to rally us. Continued our trek. Soon came across traces of a recent battle. Someone had destroyed a troop of demon worshippers. In desperation, we decided to follow the strangers, warn them of the gargoyles, and seek their help. Having no idea that they were Hell Knights. We received only scorn. Every gulp of water in my unit is accounted for, they said. Spared us 2 flasks and a sack of dried bread. Said we were allowed to keep the sack to use as bandages. 2 flasks between all of us. A sack for bandages. Hell Knights. Sela curls her fists. I'd rather ally with a flesh-eating poisonous wyvern. Don't expect any goodness from those black tin cans. You meet them, count yourself lucky they don't end up nailed to the nearest fence post. Gargoyles attacked. Despite how the Hell Knights Paralictor had treated us, Ashes endeavored to help them. Had us carry their wounded. That monster had them slaughtered. Ashes was beside himself. It's difficult to conceive of such evil. He told our people to go with the Hell Knights to find shelter, while he stayed to cover our retreat. He was a strong cleric, but as he treated our wounded, he neglected himself, and he paid for it. Many deaths, so many sacrifices, such bravery. For what? I will not go with you, stranger. Man, you can really have a fucking long conversation with somebody who doesn't even have a portrait. Commander and I will die by what we lived for. Compassion and nobility. Don't want to keep fighting for a world that bows to such laws. May the goddess forgive me. Farewell. Yep. Don't have the strength to go any further. Rest. We will continue your crusade. I promise you. Wasting time on this fool, and the gargoyles will soon be back. It's their usual tactics. Fly up, regroup, attack again. But in greater numbers. Oh. Now, to loot those bodies. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Magic bastard sword of hope. Fret not, everyone. We've found the magic bastard sword of hope. Also looting this woman I just talked to. For a potion of cure light wound. Oh, sucks to die with a potion of cure light wounds on you. Don't you feel foolish. Ah! Gargoyles!
Crusading isn't that boring after all.
Tempted. Oh, half fiend Gargoyle Cleric. Interesting. Somebody was talking to me earlier about how they can, all the Pathfinder monsters were kind of modular like this, which seems interesting. So you could have a gargoyle, but then have a fiendish gargoyle, or a gargoyle hunter, or gargoyle types. You can just kind of add different abilities on them, which does sound pretty cool. I do like that quite a bit. Wait. I don't know if a bit is working, because it's all reflex, and they're pretty good at reflex. Need better spells. Let's just haste everybody. So, I mean, this is one of the harder fights in here. Okay. Let's put that anyway. You have higher stats. 16, 50. Still not very good on AC. Everybody's still blessed. Just gonna check. Why are they all? Did I surprise them? None of them are going right now. That to be the case. There they go.
Into the fray!
Cover me!
That was just nasty. Can't delay your turn, apparently. No, we can cast spells. Holy shit, you actually blinded somebody, didn't you? Got the Bane.
No glory without risk!
Mm-hmm.
Stab their backs.
Mm-hmm. Alright, haste is pretty. Give you that.
Cover me, all right?
Ooh. Seela automatically use an ability called Rupture Restraints. Yeah, is this for 3 times per day you automatically dispel any effect? Yeah. Awesome. So she failed her hold person, but because of that ability, I forgot that if that's a mythic ability or not. Automatically dispelled it. Nice.
Mind over muscle.
Not much in the long run, because there's not many enemies on the board, but still. Ooh, okay, never mind. There are gargoyles coming in waves. Has made me sit up and take attention. Pay attention now. Archons are. Yeah, there's a couple of them. They're doing a good job of making me not get back to that guy either.
I'll hit you!
Could use Seela to get back there. Not quite. Damn it. I can get back there and attack. Go.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
There you go. Oh, there we go. 3 attacks.
I'll loot your corpse.
That's not great damage. 2d6 plus 5. I got 9. Seems hard to do. 7. That means you rolled 2 1s. That's what that means. It's awful.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Not getting your sneak attack. I need somebody up here. Damn it all. Alright, we need not forget that there's still a gargoyle back there also.
Precision and grace.
1 damage, Darren. Yikes. What are you doing? Together. You're my nuker and healer and crowd controller, Ember. You're just fucking awesome that way.
The light take you!
Wait, see that attracted some attention over here.
Your death awaits.
Aloy. Okay. It's those first 2 attacks, though.
Distract them for me.
There you go. Some sneak attacks. What are you trying to do to me, Bone Shaker? Trying to shake my bones? How dare you? Shake my bones and lives.
No.
Oh, shit, you gotta touch them for that? Tanky Sela. Tanky Sela. Look at these attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. She just tanked 8 attacks. And that's my girl.
I'll make short work of this.
Glorious. I'm doing a pretty good job, not taking much damage. Screaming.
Into the fray!
There you go. Wasting my
Cover me.
melee team is being extremely effective.
Time to share your treasures. Just die already.
Combat is finished. Loot, loot, loot the dead, taking all your potions. Why do people die with potions? Shouldn't they have used the potion? Guess it can't happen. Fuck out of this campsite though. Especially this cheese.
Pretty good, aren't I?
Hide barding, medium armor. Is it magical barding? Muscle warmer. Oh, Stampy. I think you've already got magical barding though, don't you? Dude, that might actually be the same one. What is the difference between muscle warmer and hide barding +2? This +2 hide barding bears its wear cold resistance 10 and a +2 confidence bonus on saving throws against movement impairing effects. There you go. Exactly what he's got, only some better stats on it. Sadly, they did not appear to have more than one Triceratops Armor look. Here to write into the developers about that. Look on their part. Dear Sir or Madam, writing to inform you. My Triceratops deserves more than one look of armor. Please include the following. Lore, finally my main character gets to get a successful skill check. Excellent. Where am I supposed to be going from here? Oh, down. Down and over. Yes. Into the cave. Not taking a whole lot of damage. Good. Yeah, we never gave anybody that crossbow. Does anybody actually use a crossbow? The rare time where I'm gonna have to whip out crossbows for folks. Okay, Nanio actually does have a crossbow. It's her main weapon, so you might as well be building a crossbow. There you go. Crossbow. That's a good sword. Whenever the wielder performs a critical hit, it restores 1d8 plus 5 hit. I mean, that's a cure light wounds, but still. It is one-handed. Is that better than your swords, Sela? You can't use bastard swords. I forgot that's exotic. That's lame. I don't have anybody that has exotic weapon proficiencies. That is exactly the voice I was thinking. That was the Abe Simpson voice. There's too many states. Please get rid. What's the one he wants to get rid of? He just says, please get rid of 3. I'll be dead in the cold hard ground before I recognize Missouri. I might be mixing too many Simpsons references. I'm gonna grab a drink, and then we will plumb the depths of this cave. God, it's already almost 11 o'clock, my goodness. Yeah, the onion belt one. I just watched the style at the time. What was the thing? We'll give you 3 Bs for something else. Had a lot of really funny, like, just old people, just that and fucking Montgomery Burns. Just, those were both just constant, like, was that Silent Generation, I guess they're making fun of at that point? Alright, so Sunrise Sword is not the same as Hell Knights, right? This is a different group that came upon the Hell Knights, I believe. Oh, that regular guy is a fucking, like, halfling?
Knight Commander, I presume.
What?
Your glory,
This little fucking guy's got this voice?
I am Reginald de Renge, Herelictor of the Order of the God Clock.
Holy shit.
And temporary
It's a gnome.
joint unit of Hell Knights.
Yellow eyes.
Lord
By God, he had
Sunrise
yellow
Sword.
eyes.
You and your people should take positions. The Gargoyles are regrouping. We expect they will attempt to break through in 5 to 6 minutes.
Order of the God Claws, a Hell Knight order that extols the virtues of 5 deities. From the harshest, most exacting philosophies of 5 lawful deities. Abadar, Asmodeus, Iomade, Irori, and Torag. Rather than targeting the face of prominent religions, the Order sets its eyes on supporting lawful crusades, being the vanguard of battle against the forces of chaos. Alright. Is that on your pamphlet? Because none of that sounds horrible. Tell me more about your Hell Knights. I did not expect this dude to be a gnome. Like, is...
A paralictor indeed. Impressive.
Are you in command of this unit? Oh, no? Then step aside and let me discuss the matter with the commander.
Fuck, I love this guy's voice. Yeah, she would still be pretty... She would probably actually not be too... Aloy would... She could definitely see the pragmatism, but would not... But would also try to still help people and save people, because that would be the point of all this. So she would definitely not like to see the wounded be finished off. But she would also be like, we need to get rid of the gargoyles and we'll talk.
Agreed. Be ready, Commander. This attack may be worse than the last one.
Do I have time to buff? Oh no, my backline!
Threaten me.
Oh shit, look at you tanking! Get him. Does not let me look at him. Interesting. Are they all gonna come from this little choke point? Because that would be... Good God, there are so many things on this initiative order. Are they gonna spawn in this cave? Because this is easy if this happens like this. Alright, I'm gonna turn off turn-based mode because this is gonna be just bananas. Right now, things are getting more interesting. Alright, what'd you do to Ember? And why are you up there, Ember? I turn off turn-based mode for 2 seconds and this happens? Are you kidding me? In hell. You all ran up there? Yeah, Stampy, you know what's up. Need to get... Fuck away. Oh shit, he's making a beeline for me too. They're coming from every direction.
Continue fighting, everyone.
I can see why in not turn-based mode this is absolute motherfucking chaos though, on the other hand. Anyway, you can cast... something, you know what, just fucking haste everybody. This is a big fight. Fuck. Stampy. Where did you go?
This is my chance to run. A terrible.
Alright, the AI is pulling all my guys forward. This is very badly. Don't go up there. Do this, you can revive. Boy, that still didn't revive her. She's at negative 20. Yikes.
Am I doing it wrong?
Your spell that's actually good.
You won't stop us.
I think we've got this. I think I was still better than doing turn-based mode. That would have just been fucking horrendous. With that many, just to watch that many NPC units like do shit. Hello. Headband of Inspired Wisdom. A +2 to Wisdom. Who uses Wisdom? Raise your hand if you use Wisdom. Guess it would improve my character's spells. I'm not already wearing a helmet, so I could use it. I think Sela uses Charisma. Use Intelligence, use Charisma, use Intelligence. And I assume Darren uses Charisma. So yeah, it's gonna go to me. +4 Wisdom. I'm not sure I have anything that's... because most of my shit is just buffs, so, or adds to my damage. I guess Spike Growth would be the reflex save. Only thing that I have that would actually care about wisdom. You go, dude. Anybody left in here? You got a name?
Ask nicely.
See. Oh, Armager is not a name. Alright, there you are. Right in the middle of my dudes. Sorry, Gnome, I couldn't see you there. Pick the area. Mark any potential shelters that offer protection against aerial attacks. Quartermaster inventory the remnants of the camp. Or make sure the Gargoyles only abducted people and weren't interested in anything else. Send messengers immediately to our scout squads and order them to return to camp. I need a full list of casualties. The sooner the better. Commander, arrival was well timed. Now we can finally talk. Quite interested in the events that occurred at the Grey Garrison. I suppose you have questions for me as well. Indeed. What does paralictor mean? Mean you can paralict my balls? That is a Zoolander joke. What do you know what happened to the Great Garrison? It's power. If a new player appears who is capable of fighting demons effectively, then I'm ready to support that person with all the resources I have at my disposal. Naturally, I cannot blindly trust a stranger, even one marked by the gods. Every right to doubt. I usually don't trust strangers either. It's kind of true. We understand each other. Thank you, Commander. He's just super pragmatic so far. Elector meet. I'm the commander of this unit, and in the Order's hierarchy, I am 2 steps lower than its leader. In the territory of Mendeb and the World Wound, there are a few who equal my rank, but I am the most senior Hell Knight officer for many leagues around. What are you doing here? Same as you and your army, fighting a war against the demons. The Hell Knights have always been part of the Crusades from the very beginning. We don't answer to Queen Galfrey, and we act on our own authority, but we serve the common cause. The Scari's spawn have no place in the world we want to build. Funny, isn't it? Knights clad in black armor have been fighting this war from the off, but most people don't even know it. The face of the Crusades is a Mendivian paladin with the sword of Iamade gleaming on their gilded armor. In that respect, my cousin Galfrey has a real flair for propaganda, I must say. Hell Knights, the World Wound is just one of several targets. They expand much greater efforts on book burning and suppressing slave uprisings. Yes, their order sent reinforcements here, but Mendeb has always borne the brunt of this war. I don't think I want to join the Hell Knights, because both Sela and Woljif were like, hell no to that, so it would be atrocities. Of course. If you wish, I will explain my position in detail. All the soldiers killed at my order belong to my unit. Therefore, this case is an internal matter for the Order of the Godclaw. Could have sent an appeal. He's all about the bureaucracy. You could have sent an appeal to the Order commanders, but the result is inevitable. Not only do the Order's rule and field operation guidelines not prohibit it, they even recommend a policy of death is preferable to captivity. Everything that happened, though it is surely lamentable and has deprived me of a few good fighters, is also a prime example of military necessity. Not influence your internal rules, but I hope you understand where the jurisdiction of your order ends and ours begins. That's actually a pretty good thing to say. It's like one cop to another. Basically like, alright, I respect that you've got your own rules, but I have mine, and I'm not gonna fucking kill wounded people. I am not trying to force our rules on Crusaders, Commander. I hope you won't try to make us disregard ours. The incident is settled. I suppose we can return to relevant matters. What do we do now? I will wait for my remaining fighters to return. What you see here is only a small part of my forces. As for my long-term plans, that depends on the results of our conversation, Commander. Before we move on to serious subjects, I'd like to address an organizational issue regarding my unit. You may wish to be present. Steps forward and salutes with a clenched fist to his chest. Paralictor, permission to report. During the first gargoyle attack, I demanded it necessary to leave my post. Swam over the river, found the commander's army, and asked them to provide assistance. The reinforcements were much needed. You will earn a double salary for your resourcefulness, Jaeger, and 100 lashes for abandoning your post. The young knight grows a little pale, but immediately salutes again. Yes, Paralictor. Don't forget he abandoned his armor. It's foolish and overly harsh to punish Jaeger for leaving his post when he needed to bring help. I don't know. It's their rules. I'm not gonna be whiny about it. I'm also not gonna be fucking evil about it, though. Now for a more delicate issue. You, Commander, were interested in our dispute with the Knights of the Order of the Sunrise Sword, correct? Their forces in Canabras suffered great losses in the demon attack, and now their leader has perished and his troops are in trouble. They are reeling with no command structure. Their order will hardly be able to recover from the losses they've suffered. These fighters aren't the finest material I've worked with, but if I assume formal command over them, I'll be able to reforge them into weapons of reasonable quality. One or two might even become true Hell Knights. The rest will be put to good use as well. Haha, what do you mean by that? Me, you've already shown that you will easily sacrifice these people, use them as living shields for your precious knights. I won't let that happen. Let them join my army. At least I don't treat my soldiers as expendables. No one but them has the right to decide their fate. Talk to them directly and get your answer. I will support you and recommend that the Knights of the Sunrise Sword fall in under your command, but I will expect your support in return, Paralictor. Hey, Corey. I have defeated the Gargoyles and helped the Hell Knights. I'm determining choice from there. Well, the good one is definitely being snappy. Shields, precious knights will happen. Let them join my army. Let them join my army. Are you asking his permission? Be more forceful. That's what he respects. And why is that chaotic to say no one but them has the right to decide their fate? Talk to them directly and get your answer. They have no formal command structure. Support you and recommend the Knights of the Sunrise Sword fallen under your command, but I will expect your support in return. I think these people will follow you. They know what discipline is, and that victory in war doesn't come without cost. Any among them who still haven't realized that aren't worth my time and effort. Sacrifice these people. When did he show that he was going to use them as living shields for precious knights? I guess when he first backed off, that he slaughtered his own wounded. Honestly, the one about, like, ask what they think seems like the best response. I don't like that it's chaotic, but he's probably going to hate that. But, yeah, we should ask them. That's honestly the one I feel best about. Initiates of the Sunrise Sword, your leader is dead. The Order has suffered serious losses and will not be able to recover. You may return to Mendev to join another Crusade Order and hope that they don't meet the same fate as the Sunrise Sword. Or you may remain under my command. I will not promise that it will be easy or that our war-making will be constricted by your principles. What I can promise is this. Under my command, you will never again feel like helpless mice in the talons of a ravenous raptor. Does this mean we've worked off the precious resource you spent on us? The water, medicine, and bandages? One of the knights in white and yellow. I wouldn't make such an offer if I thought you were useless garbage. Knights armor steps forward. Thank you for your trust, Paralictor. We will stay and are ready to obey your orders. Alright then. Fine. In due course, I will review your troops and make any necessary decisions regarding your role in my unit. And now, Commander, for the most important issue. Cooperation between our forces. We do have a common enemy and a common battlefield. Ooh, perception check passed. Can be strangely, Paralictor, when we discussed Yeager's punishment, and when we were deciding the fate of the Sunrise Sword. It's as if you are testing me. I do not believe I made any attempt to conceal my interest in you, both as a new, strong leader in the region, and as the bearer of a highly unusual power. Of course, I'd like to know what's inside your head. One could say it's my duty. Again, I know some of my companions don't like the Hell Knights, but it seems like we should work together for now. That's gonna cause some drama, but I mean, all bets are off, right? Like, demons fucking invading, like, shit's hit the fan. Resin, an ambitious goal, but most reasonable. Imagine how such a victory would rally all the separate bands of today's Crusaders under one banner. We certainly need a base of operations inside the World Wound. Stand ready to support you. Moreover, I can accompany you in your campaign. However, I would remind you that Hell Knights are outside of Mendev's jurisdiction. My unit and I will join our forces and obey your orders, but only for as long as I deem that our goals coincide. I like his eyes. They're still bright. Neither the darkness nor the paleness has taken them, for now. Well, hey, Ember likes you, so you're good. She's kind of like a dog. That's not what I meant to say, but it's like, hey, my dog likes you, then you're okay. That's how I feel about Ember's insight. Oh, Sela, hell no, we don't need the likes of these black armored statues. I don't want to fight side by side with someone who will slit my throat if I'm weak and wounded. You can't defeat one evil by inviting an equal but slightly more organized evil into your ranks. Slightly more organized than the demons? I could consider it an insult. Alright, if Sela literally leaves my party over this, then I will have to reload this because I do not want to lose her. Is she about to leave my party? Because she sounded pretty upset. I would rather have Sela than the entire Hell Knight organization. Slightly more organized than demons. I don't know when my last save was. Hopefully there's an autosave somewhere. Oh shit, he has a companion. That little gnome fucking dude. That's hilarious. Can I look at you? I can't look at you. Damn it. He's so grave looking. Unfortunately, if he's actually a fighter, I don't have a good slot for him. Paladin, rogue. Are you witch? Wizard, oracle, hunter. I'd have to replace Sela, and I don't want to do that. I don't even know what class you are. Honestly, I could probably bench Nenio, but then it feels like I don't have enough spellcasters. At this point, the only thing I use her for is basically haste, although haste is very good. You know what? I'm gonna bench Nenio. Fuck it.
Tell me, and I'll do it.
This is fucking voice. He is a lawful evil. Oh, Armager's a class. And Hell Knight is a class, also. Black Steel. Like, half my party's evil now. So what the fuck are you? God, he's impressive stats though. Only a +1 strength. He's a gnome. I don't even understand what your class is. That would be Hell Knights take the trial referred to simply as a test, in which they enter a single combat with a conjured devil and either emerge victorious or die. They are known as Armagers. It's a blanket term for all Hell Knights in training. It also specifically applies to fighters who focus their training to become Hell Knights. Is this a common class or is this a unique class that like only this dude can have? Alright, so he's a fighter, but I guess he's dex based. Presumably you could take his gear, yeah. Ooh, is he a dual-wielding fighter? That's actually not necessarily what I want. He's got 2 gnome hooked hammer +1s. Well, that's kind of stepping on Woljif's toes a bit, isn't it? Damn it. So do I never get a fighter that uses big 2-handed weapons? Because that's what I was looking for. Fighter, Armager. Okay, so he's a fighter. Hell Knight, he can smite chaos. Is he multi-classed? What is Hell Knight? Some kind of a button thing? Pick Armager as a class. Okay. Doesn't get multi-attack till 6th level. Studious Squire. Got 2 weapon fighting, weapon finesse. So he's Woljif. He's also weapon focused in gnome hooked hammers. Specifically wants to use those weapons. Wow, and weapon specialization. Okay. That's actually not fun when they do that, because then you don't get to use a lot of the cool weapons you find. You're like, oh, well, it's not your good weapon you're focused in. Well, I am disappointed that you're a dex fighter, my friend, because I think Wendwog, the one I rejected earlier, was also a fucking dex fighter. Why does this game hate strength so much? Staring at his abilities. There's like a fighter version of Woljif. Just based on his class, I'm not that excited. To a dual weapon fighter doesn't really have much room in my party. I want to level up your mythic right now. Inventory the fuck. Now wait a minute, this is... You do have a 2-handed weapon. I thought you... Why do you have all the fucking dual-wielding feats then? Yeah, you specifically have the 2-weapon fighting feat. You dumbass. And weapon finesse. Which this is... I'm very confused about how this character works. Are these 2 different weapons? Don't look like it. 26 AC is good. His attack and damage is good. Oh, okay. I just love that he's a fucking gnome Hell Knight, though. That is pretty funny. You could just fucking take his armor right off of him. Adamantine +2 heavy plate armor. +1 necklace and a ring of protection +1. Just super AC stuff. And that's all. And a cool black cloak, I guess it goes with. Well, if I ever find a cool gnome hooked hammer, I guess I can put you back in my party, but right now I can't say I'm terribly impressed with what you bring to the table. Or this team.
You need a moment to
I can
recover.
push through this.
Well, that was terrible. Ski. A single body. It's holding. Wait, what? Holding the skeleton of a child with strange proportions and animal paws instead of its right arm and leg. So that was a mongrel. Sounds like. I'll take your ring of protection +2 though. Abso-fucking-lutely, I will. Could give it to, or I gave it to one of my people that has garbage AC. Just Ember's got a fucking 13. Good lord, somebody give that woman a hose down or something. Awful. Knife wrench of weapons. Knife wrench. Dude, right here. What? I thought I found this like long lost cave. There's a dude chilling right the fuck here. I need to rest again after this fight, though.
You have the power to heal and the power to maim. Don't you regret that your goddess made you a killer?
I only regret that the goddess didn't grant me the power to silence unwanted noises.
Doing yoga? 18 hours. Look, we were hurting pretty bad, alright? Only fight we could do that day.
Don't mind me.
Careful now.
I have never played a Dark Souls game. That is a blind spot for me for references. I do get to praise the sun things. That's in a lot of games, but... Oh good, there's an exit right here. Alright, so that's how you get a party member. Nenio's a fox now. Well, I guess from here we just make it back up to the camp. I don't... Do I want to make it all the way over to the Heart of Mystery? At some point the weird thing is I'm just not sure how much I should be going off the beaten path versus going towards Dresden, I guess. It seems like based on these kind of armies, like that's a... Seems like a nasty army right there. Probably not meant to go more that way. Until even after I take Dresden. Thinking. Well, can I change people whenever, or do I have to go back to camp for that? The group will take 5 hours. 40. Dan's party. I could strip him of his stuff, but I mean, probably back in somehow. We still have Darren here. And make our way back up to this area. So I don't have to stop, unless I wanted to sell shit, but... these guys need to back up. Here. Oh, interesting. The morale dropped. Okay. Crusader. Crusader Army 2. That. Oh, I got Hell Knights. Okay. Well, in that case, can I... It's with my... How to edit... Alright, I want to fucking stack these two. There. How good are Hell Knights? AC 22, 164 hit points. And they do pretty good damage. Okay. Sounds great. Can add some more archers. Continue. Forging a new path. This area is yellow for some reason. Also found an underground hideout. And Leper's Smile. What? For some reason I can't go any further. That's not cool. Why is this a stopping point for my army? I'm gonna take the actual adventuring party first. Soon. Want to enter Leper's Smile? I mean... Danger distress rest heavy upon the scales, their measure soaring on the dangerous march to Dresden. The army moves steadily along the banks of the West Selen, scarred with canyons and ravines. Suddenly a group of scouts returns, and Nevia, the leader of the group, makes 2 urgent signs to the soldiers. Wait and quiet. We're in trouble. The road ahead is split by a canyon. To get to Dresden, we'll have to go down and then up the other side. But the canyon is swarming with foul creatures. Vescivores. Real pain in the neck. This thing is. They won't shy away from our soldiers' weapons, and they've already managed to gobble someone up. Like a caravan of refugees from Canabras that lost its way. No one has ever reported Vescivores so far from the center of the world wound. Where did they come from? They haven't noticed us, but that won't hold true for long. Maybe if we retreat quickly, Commander makes a sign for it to stop. Noisy little creatures. They can ruin your gear and drive you nuts with their buzzing. They've got a queen, the mother of the whole swarm. She's a right horror, but if we kill her, the bulk of the swarm will scatter, and we'll take care of the rest of them somehow. Gwen and her companions convene a field council. The army cannot march around the obstacle, for there is no other road. Retreat is far too risky. Should the swarm notice the army and catch it out in the open, no one would survive. And utters the word trap, but fear hangs in the air. Sling grating, squeaking, humming. Everyone hears the voice of the swarm through the sky before the army remains clear for now. Vader Council grows grim. One unit must act as live bait to lure the swarm out of the canyon and clear the path to the Vescavor Queen. Commander will rush the monster, killing her quickly before the swarm decimates the army. They will get but one chance. Suicide run, you say? A dark question looms. Who will lead the fateful squad and be consumed as bait? Moments of extreme stress. One often says one thing while meaning quite another. These hidden words often reveal many a curious thing. We see here. Erbeth nobly states, I am an officer best suited for the mission, but in truth she means I cannot burden another with my responsibility. Aloy sent me. Nura the historian emerges with an unexpected suggestion from behind the commander's back. This is just the sort of situation where ingenuity and knowledge of the enemy will be more useful than swords and armor. As she speaks, she thinks, I need to prove myself. The Queen is yet to disclose her presence and watches quietly from a distance. Commander thinks that she should. I don't even remember Nura. Faces of your companions. Shit, you can choose your companions instead. I don't necessarily want to do that. All night, Regil stops forward. My people will fight to the last, even as the swarm tears through our armor and strips the flesh from our bones. His motives are plain. My superiority over the Crusaders will not permit me to cower behind them. Eaten so many bugs in my life, it's only fair to give them a chance at revenge. The mongrel land hides his fears in plain sight. I'm a dead man walking already. A life such as mine is worthless. Sacrifice me or give me a chance to prove myself. Ones who distract the swarm will need a healer. Sozio is the only one who speaks plainly. A healer might bring a few through the Vescavors alive. The rest of the council remains silent, and this silence is filled by a chorus of there are others better suited, and the commander needs me alive. That unlocks the ability to also do Regil, Lan, or Sozio. None of whom are in my normal day-to-day party. So I have to choose who I want to have get killed, possibly? I wonder if it really is a case where some of them die and others don't. Well... I mean, Sozio does make a good point. The ones distract the swarm will need a healer. I really don't want him to die. But Nura's got the knowledge, though. I'm gonna let Nura do it. Like she had the best response out of everybody. Well, Sozio had a good one, but I'm too protective of my party. Even stupid Lan. Commander and our party disappear among the rocks. This is all going to just be a cinematic, isn't it? Swarm is distracted by their bait. The tight-lipped Anivia shows the way. Behind them, the final preparations are being made. Here's what we'll do. Approach the precipice, stomping and banging our swords against our shields. We'll get the swarm's attention as quickly as possible. Passion burns in her eyes, her lips curve into a smile of satisfaction. Soldiers tread fearfully down the road toward the dark edge of the canyon ahead. The rift that yawns before them whispers, rasps, rattles in thousands upon thousands of voices. Vescavors gather below, but the sky is open above them, and the flying creatures might rise up and attack at any moment. Soldiers soon find the first body, the mangled corpse of a refugee from Canabris. A few straggling Vescavors wriggle inside the dead man's gaping chest. Tiny larvae and greenish shells, all shuffling legs and unhinging jaws, don't seem menacing at all. Then the rasping noises stop for a moment, and a high vibrating note pierces the air with new force. A blur of blackish green cloud rises above the canyon. The swarm has taken the bait. Time to act has come. The leader of this fateful squad shouts that they shall... scatter like roaches. I don't know. That seems bad either way. So I have to do the plan? I thought I made Nura do the plan. Now flee. Nura, swift and fleet, is splendid at the chase, dodging from place to place, diving into inconspicuous cracks between stones. She gracefully avoids the Vescivores. Her soldiers are not as nimble, and their armor not but a burden. Whispering, screeching song of the extraplanar Vescivores cloud the line and foil any escape from the creature's jaws. Warriors fall one by one. Oh no. So she survives, but like all the soldiers die. Sucks. Rasping, mumbling, and buzzing of the swarms paralyze the soldier's will. Poisonous mandibles cut through armor and bone. The swarm could scour an entire city from the face of Golarion. These modest forces present no obstacle. No matter what strategy the mortals choose, it is impossible to resist the eternal hunger of the abyss. Vescivores are its embodiment. No malevolent mind or terrible monster, but a million of half-sentient creatures who know no goal but destruction. Chance yet remains for the commander to save her people, at least some portion. What will the leader decide? Was there a good solution there? I wonder... Yeah. Picked a better team for Nura. Okay, interesting. So this combined with the cinematic with me actually taking my forces through, which I probably could have had one of my party, because I didn't use either of these three guys. I probably should have had one of them. They would have most likely fared a little bit better. Oh, and it's the swarm all around. Well, we're going to jump in here, but it's also getting kind of late, unfortunately. I did start late, but we have still been streaming for about 2 hours now, so I think we're going to have to actually continue the middle of this cinematics. I don't know how long this is going to be. It did mention a queen, so presumably there's a boss fight coming up. Continue this next time. So thank you all for joining me for the stream, or if you're watching the recording afterward. If you enjoy the streams and content, do consider supporting me via patreon.com/RogueWatson. Shouts to Platinum patrons Joe, Will, Ty Dancer, Christopher Thomas, Adam, Stan, Alex, Cam, William, I'm Loud, and Lachlan Baird, and Gold patrons RPG Papercrafts, Pretty Boy, and Yuma, Marcus, Dead Lizard, Lounge, Sam, Ross, Lumpy Spuds, Jerome, Sklenia, Nick, Blood Angel, Bronus, Baboon, Baboon, Nathan, Fast Like a Tortoise, James, and Kyle. Thank you all very much for your support. I shall return more Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous on Wednesday. A good one.